the shit that people are making nowadays is just, and then now there's Chat GPT. Pretty soon there's going to be there's going to be Nintendo GPT.
AI video games.
Yeah,
bro.
right.
I haven't even
That's
thought
coming
about that
so quick. All this stuff. To be honest with you,
trip.
if there's any advice I could give to the internet, it's start fucking with that shit because it's going to change everything.
I know.
It already is really really quick, and we do a realty podcast here on ZUDECAST days every other week, which we film right before the show.
Right.
I was just the guest on the show, and not to spoil anything, but we had a conversation about Chat GPT and how it just killed the copywriting industry in like a month. Just like that.
Bro,
gone.
It's taking the fucking bar.
Yep.
It's doing all the medical tests, and it's just like,
Yeah.
memorize stuff.
Like
So
got
easy.
that.
Yeah, right.
Learn things and then retain them.
Yeah.
like hire an attorney? Nope. Chat GPT or a lawyer GPT.
Yeah,
like,
totally, man. Yeah.
Dude. Maybe these lawyers have to lower their prices to compete with Chat GPT, dude.
I
We
know,
just take
right?
all these hypochondriacs to or whatever, with their medical questions and just WebMD.
Oh,
but
dude, that's this guy right here.
It's just
Please, hey robot, what the fuck's wrong with me today?
yeah, dude, and they'll tell you some shit. They're like don't take this with a grain of salt. I'm just a robot. I don't know, but it might be ass cancer. But I'm just a robot.
What if instead of public
get it checked out?
What if instead of public defenders they start doing lawyer GPT? Because you're like, that's technically you have a right to an attorney. And they're like, this is legally this is legally certified just as good as an attorney.
like as a government sponsored thing.
Jiminy.
Oh
Like
my
your public-
fucking God.
your public
Now we don't have to
defendant?
pay for that shit. We don't have to pay the humans.
But like
God,
I feel like they could pull that, and that would be really bad.
dude, that's if your public defendant looked like this, you're gonna lose, and it's just a picture of a laptop.
Fucking robot. Yeah.
A prompt.
Yeah. Oh man, it might be better than like the meme you see of like the public defender, but he's like got like the super long pants rolled up. Whatever.
No, but
like,
for real,
man.
it's I mean, it's already changing stuff so much, but I feel like, if we navigate it right, it'll change things in a very sick way.
Yeah,
that's a good point though. Honestly, just really get ahead of it because everything like that. Everything's always changing, so you should be able to get ahead of it and make sure you figure out how to learn it and make it work for you. Yeah. Because that's what it's all about: monetizing, being on top of that curve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that are going to be obsolete. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like people are worried about the Terminator. And I think they should be, but I think that we're a ways away from that still. Yeah, I mean, I actually, strangely or not so strangely, I look into this stuff a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube about this kind of shit.
Yeah, me too.
They think that it's probably, so there's obviously a big broad spectrum of how far away people think we are from, artificial general intelligence, which is basically something that is either an actual thinking being that exists from ones and zeros, sort of, or something that is able to be close enough to that to not be able to tell the difference, which is another big question: is
Turing test.
Is it actually possible to create consciousness? That's a whole nother discussion in and of itself.
Yeah,
right?
I think it forces us to redefine what consciousness means.
Sure.
Yeah, at a fundamental level, it's just like,
or at least address it and see how those things kind of correspond with what because spirituality and religion and all these things have these sort of precepts and ideas about what that is. Yeah. But then all of a sudden there's this fucking thing that you can chat with.
Yeah.
You can talk to it.
It's like we got parrots before then. But
and so who's more there, the parrot or the GPT, right? And who fucking knows? I mean, there's so many there's as many different perspectives on these things as there are people with opinions about it. But the thing is that seems to be fairly far away. Something 10 to 60-ish years is what, depending on who
pretty
you
wide
ask.
range.
Yeah. So at least 10, but more immediately, what we're going to have to grapple with is fucking lawyers about to be out of a job. That's because the thing that a lot of people in a lot of sort of industrial revolutions, not the industrial revolution, but sort of technological revolutions over the course of history.
We're in one.
Most of the people that sort of get displaced in terms of like labor and stuff is the lower class.
Yeah.
Laborers, whatever,
That's what we were just talking about with like the candle makers when light bulbs hit, bro. They're like, fuck Thomas Edison.
Yeah, for real.
The horseshoe makers.
So like the plow, right? Just all these different things over the course of time. But now what's going to happen is that what we think of as more like middle class kinds of jobs are going to get turned upside down, like being a lawyer or being,
well, especially a lot more like people that just kind of like enter data, or like people that just like manage manage like storages and like organize like storage space and stuff. Like that's all going to get automized. It's crazy because again, even like Bobby does Power Automate for the show, and it's just like and it's like it's nuts.
Yeah.
With the lawyer's example, though, what if one day there's a class action lawsuit that was like, did you lose your lawyer job because of AI encroaching on society?
And you may be entitled to AI.
You may be entitled to legal compensation. Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to lawyer bot.
Yeah. The chat brothers or whatever. Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. The
with the
GPT partners. And co.
Yeah. That's gonna happen. It's crazy. Like the amount that people are talking about AI now versus a year ago or two, it's like everybody's talking about this shit now. It's like
since fucking December. You know what I mean? This shit is getting faster and faster, and it's weird because that's one of our biggest weaknesses as humans. I think we resist change, and it really takes a lot for us, especially in groups. Individually, a little bit less so, but just sort of super ego kinds of things, right? Whether it's your church or your neighborhood or your, whatever. It's harder for us to change because we have so much sort of stock in identifying